He suffered. He suffocated.
Sit up! Sit up! Now!
This should be illegal.
In February, we told you on TSR Investigates about 2 EMTs accused of murdering a 31-year-old man, strapping him so tight onto a gurney, he died.
There's never really been a case like this in Illinois.
Now, there's a twist in the case no one saw coming.
To me, it means it's white privilege all over again.
What the courts just decided, making it easier for one of the suspects to get out of jail. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates Updates.
We in the Black community see it as a slap in the face.
A slap in the face in the name of Earl Moore Jr., a man seen here on body camera video in Springfield, Illinois, hallucinating in his room. He'd been on an alcohol detox and needed medical attention. 50-year-old Peter Cadigan and 40-year-old Peggy Finley were the 2 Lifestar ambulance EMTs who showed up to take him to the hospital.
Earl, sit up. Sit up.
That's Peggy Finley, the first responding EMT, who walks in with her arms folded. She then drags him by the arm across the floor to get him outside.
Sit up.
Oh, man.
What happened? Stupid.
Stop.
Sit up. Sit up. Now. I am not playing with you tonight. Sit up. What is your birthday? You're gonna have to walk because we ain't carrying you.
The officers step up, get him outside to the stretcher where he's then placed face down. He then gets strapped in, but it's too tight, so tight it was enough to cut off his airflow. No one ever took his vitals, and he died a short time later. The autopsy revealed it was from compressional and positional asphyxia.
This is a crime of murder, so both of them should be still in jail.
Cadigan is still in jail. He hasn't been able to post the 10% of his $1 million bond. But the Shade Room has learned that Peggy Finley just received something that is rarely ever given to a murder suspect.
We went back to court twice. Her lawyers asked for a bond reduction. The judge denied it. Her lawyers took it to the appellate court. They overruled.
An appellate court ruled that because Finley is not a flight risk, her bond should be lowered to $600,000. This is the 604 motion that was filed. It says, quote, that the facts of the offense show defendant is not a danger to the public and should be released. And while there were acts of violence on Moore, none were physically committed by Finley, and she did not assist in placing Moore on the gurney or tighten the straps around him, which is what allegedly caused Moore's death. That same day the ruling came down, Peggy Finley walked out of jail. She was able to raise that $60,000 that she needed to get out.
It's very rare for this to happen.
The Shade Room sat down exclusively with her attorney, Scott Henkin.
One of the things we argued with the court was we said, look, this is first-degree murder in sort of name only. It really doesn't fit your typical scenario like that. And so bond shouldn't be a one-size-fits-all like we usually have around here. She, in no way, shape, or form, physically placed the gentleman on the gurney, and she is not the one that tightened the straps down. So the 2 things that the state says caused his death, she did not do. Mr. Moore was placed on a gurney by 2 Springfield police officers, all right? He was secured by the co-defendant. She did not have anything to do with that.
Yes, she was not the one that strapped Earl Moore Jr. to the gurney, but she was a part of the team that was there to help him. So she could have said, time out, let's fix his position or intervene in some way.
Here, there's absolutely no evidence that they got together and said, hey, let's do something improper with Mr. Moore tonight. In order to be legally responsible, they have to be able to show that you acted in concert, that there was some sort of common plan, scheme, or artifice or design.
And in Illinois, that's known as the accountability theory.
The appellate court also said that as it related to accountability, there really wasn't any evidence about that other than the fact that she was employed for the same company and she went out on this call.
The NAACP isn't buying it. They say it's a clear symbol of privilege. Illinois President Teresa Haley says it's never that easy to get a murder suspect's bond lowered so quickly, and Finley should not be an exception. The attorney is very happy about the outcome. of this. And I'm sure it is just a slap in the face.
It lets Black people know that we are continued not to be treated fairly here in the great state of Illinois. The family wants justice, and the NAACP is here to ensure that the family gets the justice that they deserve.
The Sangamon County State's attorney did release a statement saying in part, quote, that certainly this does not diminish our confidence in the case based upon the law and the facts contained in the Illinois State Police investigation. Now, there will likely be an appeal in this ruling, which could take several months before anything happens. For TSR Investigates Updates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello, roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.